What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades here, and welcome back to the channel. Today's tape was a roller coaster. Powell hinted that the Fed is closer to easing. Breadth in the market looked kind of decent, but volatility popped up and tech cracked in the meanwhile after fresh U.S. trader, China jabs hit the socials, you guys. In plain English, the average stock held up, but the giants stumbled. So, VIX up basically means that the fear isn't gone yet. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what Powell actually meant and why those headlines matter for our portfolios. And also how the VIX showed up is extremely important to know that. And I'll give you two simple game plans. One, if tensions cool down, and another one if the tariffs heat up. So if you know what to do, you guys, make sure to smash that like button before we start. Subscribe if you're new here, welcome, and hit the small bell notification so you never miss a live breakdown here with me. Let's see who is in the chat box. I don't know how many people today. We have Atanas, Yulia, King Tony, Trevor, and Martian Earthling. You guys, very good morning to everyone. How are you guys doing? We're gonna jump straight into it. I think I left the music a little bit louder this morning. Pablo, good morning everyone. Make sure to share the stream around on whatever, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp to your friends, because we have some things to discuss today. We're in the middle of this very strange week. So obviously we're gonna start with Trump, because he rekindled the US-China trade fight. Basically, he's saying that that was his post, by the way, saying that China, not only that they're acting hostile, they're cutting the U.S. soybean buys, and yeah, he's basically considering terminating the trade ties with them in regards to cooking oil and basically other elements of trade as well. Now, the thing is, again, geopolitical risk for us, because this is going to reopen the tariff / restriction risk in between China and the US. And obviously, these are the two biggest economies in the world. So headlines like this often are going to flip the intraday sentiment from, from dip buying to sort of risk off, right? Yeah, so real-time coverage on that, of course, is going to be linked to, these tweets are going to be linked to whatever happens in, in the trading markets. And there was a fade in tech. Most importantly, we need to know that, because these escalations are going to pressure exactly the tech, the mega caps, right? The global supply chains. And usually when this happens, the defensives are the ones that get supported. So think about Walmart. Walmart did really well, for example, yesterday. And also stuff like that are always most than not going to boost the safe havens such as gold and also US dollar at times as well. So yeah, and that's all feeding into the growth of the fear. So most importantly, we also had Powell speaking yesterday, and it was more than just a pre-recorded speech, just like we had last time. Basically, long story short, software labor balance sheet runoff to an end. Basically, it's nearing an end. So basically, he was talking about how the hiring slowdown is remaining to be a risk. And he did hinted that he's getting closer to rate cuts. So that was a very dovish sentiment. He spoke at around 12:20 p.m. Eastern time yesterday. So the coverage also said not only that, but Fed also flagged that he's nearing to a balance sheet runoff. So that means he's nearing an end to quantitative tightening. Again, very important for us, because dovish tone is going to immediately mean for us that we're getting lower yields, right? Oh, he also mentioned that he's going to go with the rates meeting by meeting type of approach, but again, the tone was very dovish. So of course, softer dollar impulse immediately with that, which usually is going to help equities, gold, any rate sensitive place really. But yeah, let's not override the good vibes for now, because yeah, we do have a lot of tensions. But again, it's very important to know that the mega cap and the technology ended on red, and we know that this is what drives the markets. Overall, Dow was up, S&P was like minus 0.2, I think Nasdaq minus 0.8, Russell though, which is the smaller cap, right? Russell actually made new all-time highs, so it drove like 1.4% on the day, while Nvidia lagged. And of course, the craziest thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys was the fact that the VIX, the fear gauge of the market, actually finished higher on the day as well. So the thing about the VIX is, you need to think about it, right? If the VIX is spiking while the market is also doing like semi-good, you need to understand that that means that there is an underlined headline risk in this specific case. So the equal weight, right? So small caps are beating the cap weights. So that's going to be S&P, Nasdaq. That is going to mean overall that the average stock is pretty much hanging in while the mega caps are wobbling, which is exactly what we saw yesterday. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, this is also one thing. Obviously the IMF, right, is discussing also the trade tension between the US and China, and they're saying that it poses a massive risk. So that's the International Monetary Fund. So it's important to note when they speak, and that's their chief economist over here that is saying that there is a lot of downside risk based on this tariff/immigration shocks. So yeah, we continue to monitor that because we probably would expect dampening on the equities if this continues to happen. And of course, defensive and gold are going to catch a bit if this really continues. As we saw, gold is continuing to go on record highs. It just doesn't really stop, to be fair, you guys. This was my area yesterday for like a short scalp, but then gold is just absolutely continuing now. Not to mention, for this year, this has been gold's like 45th, 46th or 7th. I think today is going to count as the 47th all-time high day on gold. So you can only imagine this happens pretty much nowhere. In terms of news, we're still shut down, but we do have Empire State Manufacturing Index, but I'm not going to really pay too close attention to that in regards to the growth of the supply chain. I don't think traders will pay much attention to that, but they will be paying attention if any, of the rhetoric on Twitter are intensifying, right? Because if that happens, we're going to be expecting more chops, especially on the mega caps, especially on the semis, AI. So yeah, and that again, remember, it's always going to be supportive for defensives and gold, right? And it's going to potentially not help that much crypto in that case scenario. So position sizing really matters in this week, in my opinion, and currently as we're standing. All right, so let's see in the chat box again. Joe Steinweiches, Jeremiah, we have someone new. If you guys are new here, welcome. Make sure to like this video. Honestly, share it around, because on Monday we had like almost 80 people watching us live, which was, I think that was probably the best number that we've had so far, and we haven't been able to beat it yesterday or today so far. So let's beat it today. Let's make because the more people we get, the merrier it is for us. And Fountain of Youth is here as well. Patagon, Enzi is here. Hello everyone. Make sure to smash the like button, you guys, and we're gonna go straight into it. we're going to go straight into it and discuss Bitcoin. So if you're on Discord, I already sent my daily update here on Discord, you guys. If you haven't joined Discord, it's in the description box. The link is in the description box. The link is also in the chat box. Okay, that's where I do my daily updates usually earlier in the morning before I do the live streams. And then in the live streams, we just repeat everything. Well, not really, but yeah. So the thing about this morning is the way we woke up yesterday. We had a very good trade. We had two very good trades yesterday. Remember what we said yesterday in terms of the bias. It played out. It's very nice to see that we're doing good in market conditions such as the ones we're facing right now. So basically yesterday we said that we prefer to see the market drop right in London, and then we're gonna be looking to buy at around a New York session, which is pretty much what we did yesterday, right? Same for Ethereum. This was pretty much the trades from yesterday that we did. And I want to remind everyone that we discussed also take profits around true month open. This is from this morning. We're going to talk about it in a second. Around true month open and true week open, right? Because what are we most likely expecting to see right now? Most likely we're expecting to see a tight range formation this week. And if everything goes well, please God, if everything goes well, I think we might be in a good position to start seeing some moves to the upside. Because honestly, you guys, let's look at Bitcoin. We're going to start as usual, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, you know how these things go. So the thing is, even though we had the massive liquidation over here, we still have sort of higher highs developing over here, right? I just want you to, pay attention to the candle closes and the way they are. So, when you look on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is actually looking quite well. The reason for that is, okay, our guest is still on the show. She just wants the attention. What can I do? The reason for that is because traders are managing to defend our levels, right? What did we say yesterday? It is very important for the daily candle close of yesterday to close above 110 Bitcoin, right? We don't want to see any closes below. We want this area to be defended. Why? Because this area is extremely important. Even though the chart is busy, we're going to draw it, right? It's not that crazy. Okay, we're going to draw it. So the area is extremely important. As you can see, previous all-time highs, right? This is a real level over here, this box, right? A very real level for Bitcoin. So I wanted to see this level hold. I wanted for the buyers to defend that level yesterday to give me a little bit more confidence. Honestly, you guys, you can, with this, what you're seeing right now, you can easily look into creating a constructive trading plan, right? Because you know that Bitcoin has to hold at around the 110K level. And really, if we manage to maintain this level in a tight range, like I said on Discord, you guys, if you manage to maintain these level in a tight range this week, happy days, right? Happy days. Because that could potentially mean that from here we have a straight shoot up to retest, the first leg at 123K. You really have the chances to do that. Like even if you go to 120K, it's still going to be a very, very good, constructive trading plan over here. Whereas when you look at the alts, it's not that simple. You can't really identify where you're going to place your stop loss. You can't really construct that plan yet. Unfortunately. Good morning, Mr. Blake. So yeah, for me, all in all, yes, we had a massive liquidation, but I'm still positive, right? That doesn't mean that if something happens, we might not, completely reject this area and next week like drop or the end of this week like completely drop and start retesting levels of this wick down here and even below. Like this is also a possibility, and that is going to be only in the case of in the case of the trade wars reigniting again, and just China and US are not friends, it seems like, you know, it really is like that. So let's say in a case of a bearish scenario, you can still construct a you know, a tradable plan, right? Where you can say, okay, I'm going to be short from around the true week open over here with a stop loss at, you know, around 118.5, for example. And then I'll be aiming for, you know, Bitcoin to, you know, retrace all the way down, for example. This could also be a short setup if you're looking for both. Do you know what I mean? But like on a higher time frame, for me, Bitcoin is looking good right now. As long as we stay above 110K, I'm feeling all right about it. Okay. What did I say for today in Discord? So basically the trading plan we constructed today on Discord was pretty much the following. We wanted to see, let's draw it again. Let's actually delete this first. The trading plan today very simple. On a retrace down here, catch a long, right? But very in a scalping situation, because you have resistance at 113.4, and then obviously the true months open at 115.6 max. I think this could be you know, the scalp for today. And then from then I would be expecting potentially on New York open to for price to drop a little bit, right, to reject from these levels, hopefully maintaining the range that it is in today. So that's my trading plan really for today, you guys, in terms of Bitcoin. Good morning from Norway. Oh my god, yes, good morning. New here. Do you also check stocks? Yes, I do, Frank. We do check stocks, and by the way, we trade stocks also on Discord. If you haven't joined Discord, Frank, very glad to have you here. Discord is free. You can get your VIP role super easy. I'll show you how to do it down here. Let's just, all of these AIs that I have here are so annoying. So what you need to do, Frank, is just click more under the description box, and here is the Discord link. For that, you can claim your VIP role. Very simple. You just need to either use Bluffin or Pionex to place trades on. I have a video on how to use Pionex in my channel. You guys make sure to watch it because it's very educational on grid trading bots, something that you can run without even you know, having to be on the charts. And also just by registering, Pionex is giving you bonuses, right? You're gonna get 50 USDT just by doing the KYC too, and then when you deposit, they're going to match your deposit as well for trading funds, right? And if you trade more than 100 USDT dollar, you will get another 100 USDT. So that's 3 stacking awards that you can get on Pionex. And for Bluffin, I've said what I said. This is my favorite exchange. This is what I use, you guys, for many reasons. They're the most integral, the most safe, etc. So yeah, but you can find these instructions on Discord. Yeah, so Frank, what you need to do is you need to send me your UID for Bluffin on Discord, and you can claim your VIP role, and you can take part of our TradFi trading channels as well. All right, so like I said, very tight range on Bitcoin. We can move to Ethereum. So yesterday on the live, we actually on Monday we drew this V-shaped recovery position retest, and on Tuesday we constructed a trading plan from the V-shaped recovery, targeting the true week open over here. So the trade has been going very well. I'm well in profit. A lot of people are in profit on Discord as well. So yeah, that was a very good catch, but pretty much similar sort of situation with Bitcoin for Ethereum. I'd like to see price drive up, maybe even up to 4,300, and then potentially dropping a little bit on New York to maintain some sort of a range. That's my expectations for Ethereum. You guys make sure to like this video. By the way, how many likes we have? 31 likes and we have 56 people watching, so we need to pump the likes to 56. And again, make sure to share the live with friends or anyone, because honestly, I don't know, like there is lots of influencers that in my opinion are not very good traders. They get so many views. I don't understand why our channel is just so slow in terms of these things, but we're gonna pump that very, very soon. So Solana, another thing, for Sol, right? For Sol, basically what you want to do is you want to maintain those levels, right? This level, particularly over here, $190 on Solana. You want kind of for price to maintain above that level, because honestly, if you lose that level here at 190, there is pretty much not too much that is going to stop price from dropping down and retesting 162, for example. All right, so that's why we want to see 191 holding this week in a very tight range and just absolutely send it next week. Does that make sense, you guys? Let me know in the chat box. Also, let me know what sort of altcoins are you interested in, because I truly have a feeling that next week things are gonna change in some way, like hopefully for the best, but we need to be prepared in terms of alts. Okay, so we have World. That's one that we're gonna look at. Awesome, Paulo. We have World, that's very good. So yeah, like I said, Solana, very, very simple. We're holding, we need to hold 191. We don't want to lose that level. If we lose it, we don't have much to hope for, right? In terms of support. So, okay, Zcash as well, that's fine. We're going to look at that. First of all, let's look at ETH BTC. What's expected this week? Downturn to fill the wick. So like I said, you guys need to pay attention when I speak, right? So like I said, this week, what I'm expecting is Bitcoin to be in a tight range, right? I'm expecting a very tight range. The levels for that are around 116k, between 110 to 116. I want to see this week just holding in a tight range. Those are my expectations. That is going to show me strength. If we start retesting wicks and if we start losing 110k, that is going to mean that we are not doing good. Does that make sense? You guys, I don't know, maybe I should repeat what I say. Correct. Okay, cool. So ETH BTC again, tapping at a very nice level. So it's could potentially look very well, but we still have to wait. We still have to wait for it to trade a little bit more. For now, on the 12-hour, it's looking fine. On the daily, since yesterday, is looking very, very fresh as well. Balanced price action that we marked here on Monday, perfectly retested on Tuesday, right, from where we bounced. So it was all lining up together for the long trade on Ethereum yesterday, so it was very good. Are you looking for an editor? I don't know if I'm looking for an editor. Maybe. I don't know, man. I already stream 6 times a week, so what am I gonna edit? I have no idea. But anyway, you can always send me a message, right? You can send me a message. What the best thing you can do is join Discord again in the description box, and then open a ticket once you're on Discord, and then you guys can talk to me privately, right? That's the only way. No DMs. You can just open a ticket. Okay, so did you guys put your alt requests in the chat box? Very quiet today, everyone. We're gonna look at World. Okay, all right, Frank. We're gonna look at these. Cool. So, yeah, Frank, make sure to join Discord. Open a ticket as well. We're gonna sort you out with a VIP access as well. Dear Gabby, I'm not new. I just can't always join your lives, but I managed to come today to officially beg you to release your course. Larry, I know, and I want to say sorry. I'm just not pressed because, you know, what's pressing me more is like coming live here with you and showing you what I do every day, because I think that that's bringing you a lot of value, but it takes a lot of my time. Okay, Larry's going to write me a novel on the reasons why I should release it ASAP. Okay, fine. You know what? You got me. I'm gonna be working on it this weekend. And I should be done. Like, it should be just a few hours, you know, a course with the most important. I've actually recorded the biggest chunk of it. So now I just need to do the small little tidbit taps that are so simple and it's just annoying, but I'll do it. Okay, Larry, convince me. Okay, text me and convince me. I don't do day trading. Marshall Untling, you don't have to do day trading to use the course, because the course is for swing trading as well. You understand? You're gonna get a lot of value out of my trading methods, which I'm actually so sad to release, because I don't want to really, but I'm gonna do it because I said I'm gonna do it. And you know, I've been trying to postpone it because I kind of don't want to, but I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. How much? I don't know. But if you register in the link below, here, my strategy course waitlist, make sure you do it, because I'm going to make it like cheaper over there for everyone that's registered. And only these guys who are registered are going to get specific price points. Everyone else is going to get different price points. But you know what? Let's finish it this weekend. I can do it, man. I can do it. Okay, let's go back to world. Okay, Mohammed Abdullah, we got it, mates. You can edit stuff. Just send me a ticket on Discord, please. I'm not going to discuss this live with everyone. Gabby, you're a hidden gem. Be patient. One day your channel will take off. You're way better than the larger channels. I actually know that. Thank you. I don't want to sound like ridiculous, but I know exactly where they stand and where I stand. Not everyone, obviously. There is very big channels that are absolutely amazing out there. Friends of mine that I also like and respect a lot, but there is, you know, yeah, let's not get into that. World daily time frame, lovely, right? Lovely. Liquidity formation, again, these are my indicators, you guys. You know how to get them in the description box. Liquidity formation here is important to note, right? It's important to note that we had the double bottoms. You guys know they're also important. It is crucial to see over here that we had the liquidation body close of this candle closing within the double bottom over here. So that's very good indication. We also had double liquidity over here that we finally cleared. And happy days, right? So now we need to chase the high. Can you construct a good trading plan on this? Not really. Trading on leverage, I'd say pretty much, I think the trading bots over here will do actually very, very good job on a low, very low leverage, like I teach on the video. Watch the video on the grid bots in my channel. You guys just watch it because it's going to be helpful. But if you want to be safe on world, you're gonna have to wait a little bit, and I'm telling you I'm gonna tell you the level. So 1.2857. 1.2857 is the first level that you want for price to break in order for you to be able to construct, you know, sort of a tradable plan on this. So yeah, a little bit more patience on the alts. 1.2857. You guys make sure to I'd wait for that, right? I'd wait for that. Before that, I'm not sure that this is not going to come down and retest the 0.57 cents. I'm not sure. If you are extremely conservative, that means that you're someone who is going to wait for this level up here on a weekly time frame. So 1.65, right? That's in case you're very, very conservative. And then you continue to be, you know, hopeful to get $3.4 on that. But more than that on world, I'm not sure. Okay, so since we have a new person here, which is Frank, so we're gonna focus on Frank today to give him some value. So we're gonna look at Sui. All right, we're gonna look at Sui. So yeah, Sui's dip again, like we discussed in the few days, you guys. You know, we had this nasty liquidity down here. I was not, you know, believing that it was going to be taken, but here we go. We took it with that massive wick, and then we retraced to 0.236, which is 1.25, 1.52, and then we came to ultimate support down here at 0.74, 0.83. Now we are trying to fight the levels at around 2.82, you know, but we need to break that level to start with, right? This is going to be the beginning. That's only on a weekly time frame. Daily does not look even better than that. So at the very minimum for Sui, before you are able to construct any trading plans, unfortunately, Sui needs to come above 3.58. So that's why I said with this drop, they made it super hard for all of us to construct a trading plan on the altcoins, right? The altcoins just look terrible. So yeah, if you're trying to catch a bottom here, really you're risking a lot, because this is not a confirmation of absolutely anything, right? You don't have a confirmation on the 4-hour time frame. Even if you look at the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame is saying, hey, this doesn't look good. We might retest that low. So unless we get super duper confirmation, right, on you know, levels that are way far from where we are right now, let's have a look. 25%. So after 25% move, call me. Maybe I'll trade Sui. Before that, I'll be very, very wary. What else did Frank wanted to see? Sol, Frank, we already saw. Let's look at SPX. Actually, I'm kind of curious about that because I haven't looked at it in a while. Okay. Not ideal, not ideal. Honestly, we still have liquidity that was left behind, that wasn't even tapped with the liquidation. So from the week bottom to this, around 14%. Scary, scary as hell. And again, our previous levels here, this is going to be your threshold, 1.46. So you want a body close above 1.4642 on SPX, and then you're like, okay, now I can construct my trading plan on this. But overall, you know, with the wick, yes, you had a lower low over here, but you managed to close the body higher than that. So there is still a chance on it, I'd say. Yes, and she's on point so often. That is why understanding her trading in details would be so much help. Leverage Larry, you know it. You know it. Yes, you know it. You definitely understand what's happening here. I'm glad to see that, because sometimes it seems like nobody gets anything, you know, like, I don't know. Anyway, cool. APT, very disappointing. Why did I open the chart that it's not? We need the chart that's charted on. I don't know why I have to. I can't tell you. Where is the other one? Oh, that was A key E. Oh, we had a very good long on that the other day. Where's my APT? Like the charted one? Gosh, is it this one? Alrighty then. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. But again, one of the coins that might get an ETF, right? So it might do something. For now, respects the buy zones, doesn't respect, you know, the trading range formation, made new lows, extremely disappointing. Just like I kept saying, but there is a lot of people that were very hopeful on APT. And you should still be, in my opinion, but it's still, again, you have to wait for closes, not even at daily support, right? So here you have to wait for $5. If you don't see price trading above $5, you have a problem. Okay, you definitely have a problem. Unfortunately, the days are over where we could construct a trading plan within the supports and resistances in between $4 and $5. These days are over. Now you definitely want for price to close above 5.5. Frank says spasiba. You know, funny enough, I actually don't speak Russian. How about Pump Fund? That's good. Let's have a look at Pump. Wow, this is insane. So for Pump, you know what? Like, if I wanted to be long here on a swing, right? I would like come right here like that, you know. I'd come right here like that, and I would have put my stop loss down here, for example, you know. I don't even know on leverage how much I can potentially enter here, but let's say something like that. So I'd be done, right? So it's just impossible, pretty much impossible. But again, respect of this block, in my opinion, is a very good thing, right? That the body is closing above, and now essentially this week you're trying to confirm this. You're trying to confirm this as support. It has a chance, right? It has a chance. And again, for the conservative bunch out there, you would be looking at, yeah, you would be looking at price closing at around 0.63, right? You want price to be closing above 0.63, and that is when you'll be like, okay, maybe there is a chance that we're not going to nuke anymore. Altcoins are very dangerous this time around. Very dangerous this time around. Any other? The Happiness Hubs wants Tau, which Tau did really well, I think, the other day. Rejecting at the 0.5, dangerous again. But considering that that's the old range model, price has traded below the zero. Cleared liquidity, if you remember, we were looking at this and we said this looks disgusting, very dangerous. Well, now that's cleared, so that's good. On the 12-hour, let's mark some supports just in case of another drop down here. 233 is going to be a good zone, and then we have another one down here. So let's actually name them. 12H we're gonna put here. We're gonna put here daily. Okay, all right. Within a buy zone, very good. I like that. I like that a lot. We've just taken daily liquidity over here, so the dip right now seems kind of like all right. I like the dip. Yeah, and then you have even more. We should name these ones as well. Daily over here. So you're looking for these areas to hold right now. Let's have a look. So you're looking for these areas to hold right now. That would be great. As you can see, previous inflection point, sell wall, broken before, proven us a resistance, and now we managed to broke in the last 2 days. Currently at a massive resistance wall above a little bit. You have 2 more walls at around $500 as well. But this is probably the only coin that has actually confirmed some motion after the liquidation. I don't know if I've seen any others. Awesome, Paolo. By the way, how to join your Discord. So you can literally go in the description box of this video, click more in the description box, and then join Discord. You're going to see after all of the things. And then when you join, you're going to find out how you can claim your VIP role. Okay, so that's by registering and bluffing using my link, or Pionex using my link, or if you're already using bluffing, you can just simply send me your UID in a ticket. By the way, you guys, if you haven't liked the video, go ahead and like it, because this really helps. And if the other thing that you can do is actually you can put a small comment below the video once we finish the live stream. That also helps a lot to pump our views, which is important for this channel to grow. Yeah, see, like, it's actually crazy because this level is very real right now that we're facing on Tau at 407.3. It's a very, very real level, and we've tapped it once, we've dropped, we tapped it once, we try to hold support, and then you know, we're currently back at it again. So I'll be careful right now. I'll just wait for a little bit more confirmation on Ethereum. I only have Pionex for now, so you're not using bluffing at all. Alex R, hello. You guys, do we have any other altcoin requests, by the way? Did I miss anything near? So yeah, careful with Tau at the moment. Just wait for ETH a little bit more to give us a little bit more confirmation. But Tau overall does not look bad. It's just at a dangerous levels right now. Near is looking actually kind of nice. $9 at least for this bull run. I think that'll be brilliant. That'll be brilliant. Yeah, you kind of wanted to maintain this level down here at 2.215. 2.215 you do want it to maintain. Because if it doesn't, then you're risking to potentially retest the week and maybe even drop below it, because you virtually have no support below that, right? Potentially, благодаря. You're welcome. Potentially at the wick, you might get some support at these low levels down here, but like they're illustrated here on the 4-hour time frame at around $2, 1.8 on a weekly. On a weekly, I'd say you want it above $3, right? On a weekly, if you want to trade the $9 move, you have time, right? If you want to catch the bottom, you're risking a little bit too much, because they've made it, like I said, increasingly difficult for us. They've made it increasingly difficult. I see that's 50% candle, over 50% candle. Look at that. 52% candle. Okay, with the wick being freaking 36.6%. So they've made it increasingly difficult for us to position ourselves. So if you wait for confirmation, you're not going to be wrong. 2.9, $3 body close on the weekly, very, very good confirmation. And it doesn't mean that it's not going to retrace again once it breaks those levels, right? That usually this happens. Usually this happens. We break a level, and then we retest it. Even if it's shallow, you still have a go, you know, and then you can construct a trading plan, because you can know, okay, now I know that I can have my stop loss below this low. Do you know what I mean? Below this support. But before that, you don't really have that confirmation, do you? Gabby, do you think we're going to retest the wick lows? If that happens, bull run for crypto is over. IMO. Now, I don't think that the bull run is over. Is the wick retest possible? Yes, it is. I think the sole reason they're making it so darn difficult, make sure to like the video, is because the bull run is coming. And they don't want you to ride with them. You understand? Whoever them they are, you know, they want as little as possible of the retail being on the right side of the market. Does that make sense? So they're going to make it increasingly difficult. So that is going to mean you wait for confirmation. If you don't wait for confirmation, you're risking a retest on the wick, whether it's going to be based on a tweet from Trump or whether it's going to be based on whatever else happens, right? The Fed or anything geopolitical, anything financial, any news. Exactly. King Tony, I understand. This is what I'm trying to say. So that's why the confirmations are kind of important right now. Okay. In terms of TradFi, what can I tell you? The stocks were on green. It was crazy. It was very crazy. Walmart did insanely. Defensives. What did we say in the beginning of this video about defensives? You guys need to understand these things. Look at the day. Look at this jump. Almost 5.4%. Almost 5.4% on that. Nvidia was down bad, right? Almost 4.5%. Tesla down. Amazon down. Microsoft down. You know, I'm just looking at them right now. Lack crazy. $10. Lithium Americas. This was the trade. This was actually insane. We've been looking at this. What can I tell you? $10. Nuts. Oh, Snowflake down. Oil dipped. Actually, oil dipped. Let's look on the weekly. Yeah, oil is at a very, very low levels right now. Oil is at a very low levels. Eventually, this oil is going to jump. Based on what, I cannot tell you. But levels are to be watched. And the Russell finally caught up. Finally caught up with the overall market. We can look at it on the monthly. See, kind of like very similar to the Bitcoin 3 valleys, right? Very similar. So let's see if Bitcoin is going to follow, because this structure is very similar, right? With the wick, extremely similar. And I want you to pay attention at the wick. Again, this is on a monthly, so very strong, right? For Russell. Look at that. Perfect retest on the monthly. With almost 2.4% deviation from our support on a monthly. You can think to put a good vibe low music on the background. You can't hear the music? That's my bad. I actually thought it's very loud today. Sorry guys. Yeah, sometimes I can't understand how loud or not loud the music is, because I have to adjust it every day. So usually we do have, and the music is running on the background, so. Silver finally smashed our target. It seems like we're running to $65 now. Elevator music. Yes, I know, but if I play actually my, you know, actual music, YouTube is going to ban me, because they're seeking for like royalties and stuff like that. Actually, I have very good beats. to be fair. But yeah, I can't play them for that reason. This is the one we usually start with. And since we're Gabby Beats. Yeah. So funny. Oh my god, you guys are hilarious. Anyway, I think what are you into? Like, in terms of music, lots of stuff. Like, I have a lot of different beats that I listen to. Lots of different musics. I've been liking like lots of some of the African beats, actually. Like piano beats mixed with jazz and like soul. They sing about God, and it's kind of crazy. Like, it's really nice. I'm kind of into that. I've been into that for a few years now. Then I have a lot of good techno music, like a lot of good, you know, deep house music. Then I have a lot of rap music. And then, I don't know, like bunch of stuff. I listen to everything. Gabby Beats. Let's see how the trading plan is currently working out. I mean, I'm still ETH long, so and I've cut a little bit actually at true month open, so I think that's fine. The next one is going to be at around 4,300 that I'm gonna cut a little bit more. Maybe look to short depending on price. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to share this video. Just post it on your socials or whatever. If you want to help out, make sure to leave a comment after the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Of course, you know how to join Discord. You know how to get the trading indicators. Just check the description box. Just read it. All right, just read it. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.